For a long time now, our governments have worked around the rules and fixed the rules to suit their own needs and/or the needs of big business. So I think it's high time that we did the same. Let's work around the rules and bypass the governments. Let's bypass the red tape for the planet, not money. Let's instead use big business and television to change the world in a positive way. Let's be an example of what we, the people of the world, believe the world to be. Let's save the planet and fix the global economy. How can one person do this, you ask? Well, one person can't. One idea can start the ball rolling. One person's will can make an idea become reality. This is just what everyone needs to do for the planet right now. Way too many regular people really got taken because of ignorance or naively trusting salesmen, otherwise known as loan officers. Oh, and the fact that large banks rewrote the laws to take everything they possibly could within their lifetime. Now, some of these bankers' actions are being deemed criminal. Some of the people's money is seized. Some people pay fines. Some people do time. What do the people who were taken get? What percentage of their losses do they get in restitution? What is the percentage of these people who received nothing? What is the percentage of people who only received help after all was lost? I would also be willing to bet that the help received. The quickest way to better our economy is to better our state of mind. They call it a depression for a reason. I believe we can choose which destiny to manifest, feel what it feels like to change someone's life for the better, and at the same time, feel what it is like for people to change your life for the better. Most of us do not have any more money to give, but we can help out in deeds, and at the same time, learn a new trade. Learn how to repair your soon-to-be new home. The longer this project is alive, the more high-paying and/or working-from-home careers will be made available. Win-win is not enough. If you truly have everyone's best interest in mind, then everyone wins. The only way to lose is to lose your way. I am not saying that I have all the answers. I am just saying that if we the people get together, we will find the questions and then the answers. We need a paradigm shift from how things were done to how things can be done today. As many people as we can work towards a better tomorrow. We need more hope on TV. Come here for your regular schedule. So on to this idea before I lose your attention. It is something like those home makeover shows, except on a much larger scale. Every local TV station runs their version of Be Helpful, Not Hurtful. Everything is done locally, creating local companies that encourage their employees to work from home, giving people time to live and raise their children, less time wasted on commuting, saving the environment a lot of unnecessary smog. If it is a constant in the local community, more people will volunteer, more people will join our team. Positive reinforcement. Encourage and reward positive behaviors. Every week, award a home to someone who has, in some version, paid it forward. Encourage the average person to act selflessly now and again. I think we should be in the habit of rewarding those who should be. There are a great many people in desperate times now. More and more are resorting to taking things that are not theirs in various forms. What if they had an option of giving that put them in a financially beneficial position? What if instead they are helping and learning a new trade? If we flood people with positive choices, only positive things can come of it. Most people make these bad choices because they feel they have no other choice. In most cases, that couldn't be further from the truth. In most cases, there are many better choices, you just don't know what they are, or it'll take way too long. Every week and every local broadcasting area replaces at least one home devastated by some disaster anywhere in the world. Might be a good idea to choose same area for every local broadcasting area, then recover a large area at the same time. Also, with training them how to and the whole pay-it-forward philosophy, they might finish before we can even I have seen people living in a retirement trailer park. They did not count on the rising cost of healthcare and prescription drugs, nor did they count on heating and electricity rising the way they did. Most of these people turn off the heat because they cannot afford to live in comfort. They complain when the heat comes on because the temperature is below 50. As they are standing over the heater, transposing as much heat as they can, they cannot help but to be reminded of the question, how much is this going to cost me? In this day and age, in a country that claims to be a world power, this is no way for none of its citizens to live, let alone people who have worked their whole lives, contributing to our society. Let's not even get started on how veterans construct everything out of the maximum possible recycled materials. Charles G. Hancock's Be Helpful, Not Hurtful, movie and TV show. Set up local TV shows everywhere there is a habitat for humanity and/or local TV station. The TV shows will provide high-paying careers, green housing, free housing, trade housing for labor, reduced housing costs, honest home loans, free education, free skills training, working from home, closer communities, a good feeling. I would hope that you have seen the movie Pay It Forward, but just in case you have not, Pay It Forward is a novel and a movie with a great philosophy thought up by a 12-year-old boy named Trevor. The premise of the novel, Pay It Forward, is one that any person can implement in his or her own life at any time. It begins with doing a favor for another person, without any expectation of being paid back. Indeed, one would request that the recipient of that favor do the same for someone else, ideally for 3 other people. The unconditional favors can be large or small. As Trevor observes, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can just seem that way, depending on whom you do it. The original movie works on the honor system. I do not think we have time for that. Once you pay it forward, you post it on the website. 3 people who helped you vote whether or not you need to do more. If they deem that act enough, you move on to fulfilling your next task or obligation. In a short period, the numbers become staggering. Funding. Don't worry, all the funding will be primarily donated through advertisers. The only way to have commercials during the show is to come up with a minimum donation. How would we get advertisers to pay that much? We make the people watch. How do you make the people watch? Promise them the possibility of winning a brand new, solar wind-powered, environmentally friendly, state-of-the-art 3-bedroom home and 2 electric cars. The competing TV stations could also partner with us. Since everyone will watch, why fight it? Why not talk them into airing it at the same time on competing stations? Give the other stations the opportunity to be a part of the solution. This would also increase the money acquired through advertising greatly. Use product placement to receive donations of product and/or money. Everything green we use and do, we are advertising for local services and products. By building so many different variations of alternative energy and living, they all become cheaper, faster. The more we do it, the cheaper it. Ideally, we would have enough money to put in a trust fund and just spend the revenue gained, never touching the principal. All donations would be able to be added to the principal. I would love to apply the same ratio used for the multiple ongoing raffles, but in the beginning, we might need every penny we get. Charles G. Hancock's Be Helpful, Not Hurtful, movie and TV show. On a serious note, thank you. Thank you for hearing me. Let's you and I start this by you sending this to 3 local TV stations and tell them you want to see Charles G. Hancock's Be Helpful, Not Hurtful. Then send it to 3 friends and have them send it to 3 local TV stations and 3 friends and ask them to continue the chain. Then you will have a hand in what I believe can be the beginning of a new era, collectively restoring the planet as a priority to all, end world hunger, freedom free to all, education free to all, hope abundant to all, world peace. Be helpful, not hurtful.